Alright, and let's go ahead and get started. Howdy, howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel, where today we're going to be checking out the latest release from Moon Studios, the people behind Ori and the Blind Forest and Will of the Wisp. This is an ARPG that blends Dark Soul, or Souls-like mechanics into the game. How does it do? It does pretty well. I actually just deleted my character that I had gotten up to level 5. I've been playing around the game for about an hour or so, but I figured we'd give it a go ahead and a fresh start, just so we can showcase the things that I already know. Even though I've only played a little bit, I've learned enough to get a grasp of where we're going and what we're doing. That makes the gameplay a little bit smoother. So we're going to jump into this for about an hour. If you like the gameplay, you want to see more footage from No Rest for the Wicked, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel and comment down below. I will be showcasing segments from here and there. I'm going to try to work on editing these more down. I'm going to play about an hour and a half or so of this game, but I'll make sure it's a little bit more digestible for you guys, getting into the real meat of the action. So let's go ahead and jump in. First things first, we're going to go ahead and create a character. I'm going to go with a female character. I do think wildly that the proportions are just astronomically weird. But you know what? I am actually not like upset about it. Like genuinely, like the game itself just looks absolutely gorgeous. Like everything in this game so far that I've seen is just like jaw-droppingly amazing. We had Sharkin World, so this be Sharkin Realm. How about that one? Start at the beginning of the story as you progress through Sakura. I think we're going to go ahead and opt to skip the prologue. If you want to see more of the prologue, I'm sure someone else has it on the channel, but it's more or less an introduction as to what the game is. Essentially, the king of the world, essentially, or the realm, died recently, and there is a blight happening in the land of Sakura, just across the waterways from that. And the king's son decides he's going to take over, and he's going to cleanse the land of Sakura from the blight, therefore, basically establishing his place in his rule. He sends a religious order over there, led by a lady named, I believe her name is Madrigal, and yeah, she's going to cleanse the world by all necessary means. You happen to be a a resident on the nearby ship that happens to get shipwrecked. You had nothing to do with anything from the ship crash itself. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust some of these settings. I hit that barrel and it sounded really hell loud, so we're going to go ahead and adjust that overall. And it looks like it's doing a lot better. Alright, so what is this game a little bit? It is an ARPG mixed with Souls-like I said before. You're going to do plenty of scavenging and crafting. You're going to be able to cut down trees, mine for ore, all sorts of things. You're going to also cook food. We'll come in here. As we shipwreck on the island, we of course have no items in our possession. We can go ahead and scavenge our way through here, picking up mushrooms, beating up these crabs with their fist. You got a combo meter that's building up there on the right with that little yellow semicircle on the right side of our health bar. We also have stamina, so we cannot we can't just, wildly hit the stamina bar. We do have some expectation of what we can and cannot do. We need to go ahead and equip our wood axe. We're going to go ahead and also equip this heavy armor. There we go. I do like the fact that for whatever reason, you put a jar on your back, right? And it just makes you look like you're wearing a dumpy diaper from the front. I can't unsee it, and now neither can you. We can take the axe that we got, and we are able to chop down trees as necessary, and I'm assuming that is necessary for things such as, upgrading gear and whatnot. Here we also have ourselves some upgrade materials. It also looks to be that maybe these chests have also randomized. I'm kind of familiar where some of these secret items are, so I'm going to go ahead and hit open any chest I see. You will see we'll get fallen embers. I have no idea what those are for just yet. We have 5 soups in our bag right now. Soup, by the way, being our food option. We do not have a refillable soup option. We do, in fact, have to make the soup ourselves. We combine that with the herbs that we find around the island right here that we are on. And we will have our foods. So let's go running about the island real quick. Making sure that we find any of the cubby holes we have here at the side. We have a guy over here. He was the captain of the ship. He's not too happy that he brought us here.
This coast is cruel. Oh.
So he has just died. I will say, right off the bat, you will notice that amazingly, one of the thing is, there's some really well hidden items here. Under this bridge, for instance. Boom, hidden item. They're everywhere. We do need to find ourselves a way to protect ourselves. I believe this is our first weapon right here, the gnarled staff. Oh, it's actually something different. Yeah, so it is a completely randomized loot. Here we have ourselves a mace, whereas the first time I actually got a gnarled staff. Alright then. It is also important to note, this game is in early access, so that means all the early access things, there might be bugs, crashes, all that jazz. This is kind of part of the deal whenever you're getting into early access stuff. So keep that in mind, that if you're not comfortable with early access games, that's 100% okay to not be. There are plenty of people who are willing to help make the game better for everybody else. So we come up here. I do know there's a chest we can jump. There's a whole bunch of vines everywhere we can't climb on. I do gotta be honest, that one of my favorite things about this game is just how vertical the game is of itself. Alright, so we came up there. I believe there might be another chest or an item on, yes, this right here. Oh, I think I fell down. If I walk down into this carefully on the sail, we'll get another item right here. Looks like we got 22 copper pieces. We can also chop down trees. Chopping down trees is pretty cool. If you have, oh, it looks like you can also break it down with weapons. I didn't know that. Where's our... Oh, we picked up a wood cutting axe. So why isn't it showing up? There we go. You get close enough to the tree. Apparently I was not close enough, and you hit Y. If you actually hold it down, you'll go through the wood chopping animation. And as you see right there, I picked myself up two pine wood. Most every single tree, as far as I can tell, can be chopped down. Obviously, the gigantic trees, not so much. Oh, I did also miss one hidden location in the wall over here. I'll go ahead and grab. If I come over here, right next to this gate in this corner, there's a wooden plank in the way. There we go. We have ourselves a chest over there. It's definitely important that you break everything. Oh, looks like we have a wretched archer tunic. Okay. It might be lighter than we have. Plus, we found dual daggers, which I have not found yet, so cool stuff. I'm going to go ahead and see if this is... Is this... It looks a little less dumpy. I'm going to go ahead and equip these dual daggers. It also makes us a little bit lighter having these on. I'm going to try daggers. I am actually going to go a magic route, because I found the gnarled staff first, and every weapon has like a special ability they can use. If you see above my health bar there in the top left, you'll see an XP bar. It says I have 6 of 50 XP. And then we also have the yellow bar. That is our focus meter. As we attack enemies, we will gain focus. We can then spend that on focusy abilities, which is essentially, our activatable abilities, more or less. So for us, we have the attack down here. It costs 100 focus, so that's an entire bar, more or less. Oh, there's also something out here in the water I'm going to go and grab. You want to try to remember where a lot of the stuff is at, because, like, right here, it's hard to see, but there's a dig spot in there, which means... Oh, looks like we had an enemy we can fight there. Is he going to cross the water to get to us? Yeah, we had some herbs over here. Also, we can fight this. So our A button is a dodge button. Our left trigger is a parry. Our left left B is a... Our left trigger is a... Sorry, parry, and the left bumper is a block. Although we do not have a shield on. And I have not at all gotten used to parrying just yet. Some attacks are very easy to parry, some are not. And I have never been the king of parrying, but once you get it figured out, it should definitely open a lot of gates for you. This is a whisper, a serum whisper, and it's basically your last respawn point. If you die, this is where you show up. Go ahead and kill this rat for some rat meat. Come to the top of this tower. We can actually climb these fallen over pillars, and there's an item over there on the other side of this one. You do want to be careful whenever you are running across stuff, because you can, of course, just straight fall off. There's a bad guy over here. We're going to do bad things to him. And he has fallen over. And we have killed him. Alright, so daggers are pretty good. You use a lot of focus, though, so it's very sparingly used. We got a wooden shield, a claymore, some fallen embers. Okay, gonna take all of that. Probably not gonna use it. We cannot go up here to the side because the ladder is not dropped down yet. So I'm assuming we come from there from another side. We'll head on back to the ladder, and we're actually gonna go ahead and over there slightly to the right off screen, there's a campfire. I'm gonna head over there. Alright, so now we're at the campfire. There's the base of that tower. We'll just come over here, and we hit Y to cook at the fire pit. When we have ingredients here, seeing that we have mushrooms and the Artemisia herb here, we then go ahead and make ourselves some more potions. Again, we don't actually re-up our potions or something like an Estus flask like you would in like traditional Souls-like. Instead, you actually have to find the crafting ingredients and then craft them yourself. There are different food items that you can make, and they will give you buffs if you collect and make ingredients for better foods. You also have to find the recipes for those, and those can be found in just about anywhere, apparently, and you can even buy them off of vendors. I'm going to go over here. Looks like we have a little scaffolding. Oh, can't jump across that. Maybe we walk a little bit slower in here. There we go. Another shield, and then we'll head on back to the campfire and head up to the top. Actually, there's a chest here. What do we have here? Looks like some armor shards and money. Alright, so we're into the enemy base. Or, you know, this little foothold. I think it's the Mariner's Keep. That's what it is. You can actually sneak up on people and do a backstab. If you press down left click, you will actually go into stealth mode. And now that I remember that, I know there's a place we can go up here. We find this vine. And there's a dude up here who's going to cast spells at us if we went over there into that open area. But if we sneak in here, we can actually backstab him. You'll see the highlighted skull, and then we just hit our attack button. And he did. And we got a crab stuffed mushroom kebab off of him. That's pretty cool. Looks like we got a couple of things. Thieving Drifter's Hood. Chipped Sapphire. I still don't know what those are for. And a potion here. We're almost leveled up to our first level. I wonder if we can just drop down here and not take a lot of damage. I also want to know if I can sneak up into this guy fast enough. I seriously doubt I'm going to, but if I can, awesome. Alright, we actually leveled up. We got a first sword and shield guy here. Oh, and he just shield bashed us. Oh, and he is doing the damages. I gotta be better at doing the parries here. Take another one of these soups. I just can't figure it out. I don't know if I'm doing it too early or too late. As we get better at that, I'm sure we're going to just start dominating everywhere. I honestly kind of want my staff, though. I was really, really enjoying using a staff. Kind of made me feel very, monkish. And like I said, there are hidden areas all over the place. So be sure to check all your nooks and your crannies. I think this guy is going to have plenty enough time to turn around, so we're going to have him walk by us before we walk up and stab him in the back. I love our character portrait. I love the scattered mascara, essentially, on our character. Oh, he saw us. I didn't want him to see us. There we go. There's a parry. And just like that, we managed to get 2 parries in a row. Can we get a third? There we go. That's how you do, girl. Alright, gonna whack our way across this wood beam here. I believe there's a chest over here. There we go. Got a couple of items. Sometimes you can get lucky enough and actually get an experience potion, which is pretty nice. So what's the best way to get over here? Looks like we're going to have to drop down to get to that. I'll have to come back for that because we're going to work our way up. There is a archer here. Got a fish skewer off of him. Anything on the outside? Yes, of course we do. There goes our copper pickaxe. That'll allow us to to mine for ore. And if we come over here, there's actually a drop down ladder to somewhere we were at previously. I'm going to go ahead and knock this down because we're going to drop in the water. Because I'm going to come over here and drop off the side and see what we can get from this right here. We got a storage room key. And we're actually going to work our way back over this because we can just jump like that and mine for this ore that was sitting right here next to the chest. I do love the way that mining for the ore looks in this game. It looks absolutely phenomenal. All these items that we're collecting that are upgrade related materials, they are for upgrading, but apparently you have to make it to the first major city in the game, which is or maybe the city in the game. It's called Sacrum. But I have yet to make it that far. We're going to see if we can make it there. Go ahead and hit up this little soup. That's good soup. And a guy over there with a crossbow. Oh, he saw me. Ow. Ow. Stop that. I'm glad that you can use stuff in your way like the barrels. You can run and do like a dash attack, so there's that. So angry at him, we took his britches. Looks like there's an area below us we can drop and get some items. Well, I want to kill all these rats here because we can actually pick up a recipe that includes meat. think we have another guy over here we'll have to fight. Where's he at? There was one over here earlier. Oh, there he is. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my soup. And as you can see, one of the things that I noticed immediately is that you don't actually get any sort of like stagger whenever you hit enemies, at least not with the base weapons. And now I found my weapon of choice, the gnarled staff. We got a mask. That made us heavy. I don't want to be heavy. I'm going to go ahead and go with that. We're going to stay normal. And you'll see why I love this staff so much. What kind of see? We have fireball and channel. Okay, cool. It's just a 3 damage weapon. I think the daggers may have been 3 or 4 damage. But you'll see that the power in this weapon comes from the special attack. You can cast a fireball for 50 focus. So if you have a full focus bar, you will be able to essentially cast 2 fireballs. And they are fairly potent. Go ahead and get this meat. And I believe there's some items over here. That's where we came from. I'll have to get that from the other side. We have another serum whisper. Can we do drop attacks? See the guy right there. I'm not entirely certain about the drop attack component. Oh, we are not showcasing this really well. But as you can see right there, we have... Oh, we are stunned. That's what it was. Wow, he hit me? I was getting the business side of everything he was throwing. He was not missing. That guy was essentially a boss to me. But even then, luckily for us, we were able to charge up a couple of fireballs there, and I'm pretty sure that's what saved us. I'm gonna come out here and pick up some more money. Ow. Don't want to die from being put on fire.
Just give us back the gate switch.
Ooh. No, we're stunned. We're stunned. Oh, we're tracking way more enemies than I would like. Alright, so that guy's dead. Ooh. Oh. I need this guy to stop chasing me. Can we, They're not gonna stop chasing me. Oh, we're gonna die. nope, nope. Oh, we died. I was paying for my not paying attention to him. I was paying attention to the other guy. We pulled way too many enemies there. You will definitely get dashed to bits if you do not pay attention. Oh, and they're still here. They're literally here in this location, so they don't actually spawn back where they were. And he blocked our fireball. I gotta run away from that. There we go. There's one guy down. There he is. He's burning. As you can see, we're actually breaking his poise if we hit enough of these. That's good for us. Much better. Much better. We also don't have any foodstuffs on us. I can actually come over here, and we're not too far away from our fire. And we can make some more soup. But we are running out of the herbs for our soup. So we gotta be careful with that. We can consume the raw ingredients if we want to, but I assume that's not nearly as nice as it would be if we had just delicious soup in our mouth. Alright, and we're back, and we picked up the mess hall key. We got that from right over here, where we first engaged those guys at. I went and made some more health potions, and then cleared this little area of the 4 dudes that were here. Right over by this fire. With that mess hall key, we were able to unlock this door right here. And now we're going to have to fight 5 more dudes. One of my favorite tried and true methods to get through these guys is just do charge attacks. Well, that didn't hurt, or didn't feel great. Ooh. Ow. Oh, no! Alright, they're going to be right there, but they're going to have all their health. It's unfortunate. It is also important to note that weapons do have durability, so the durability of these items will go down after a time. That might have been a good opportunity for me to try to backstab, but I decided to be a dummy. There we go, we actually leveled up. We're level 3 now. That guy's dead. Alright, that's all the enemies there. We can go ahead and talk to our friend over here.
Thank you, stranger. Thought I could sabotage the gate, keep more, but I got my damn fool self trapped. Suppose there's a reason I'm a blacksmith, but not if you ever need anything repaired. You can out here. This will open the gate. Get yourself to Sacrament, but keep a careful eye out.
Alright, so now that we've gone ahead and cleared this section right here, we can then go ahead and look at purchasing some recipes for ourselves, as well as getting a couple items as well. I'm gonna go ahead and sell a couple things we no longer need or will never use ever again. Everything else sells for a pretty good penny here. And there is a rarity system in this game, so I'm not really too sad about losing anything in particular. Anything you're not going to use, I would wholeheartedly just endorse selling. Just because we want the money. Now that we have the money, we can go ahead and buy things that we would love to have, like this shovel. I also want this mushroom and meat curry recipe. And is there anything else we have? I have a fishing rod. I think having a bow would actually be pretty good, but it looks like we need to have 13 dexterity to do that. Matter of fact, we have leveled up, and I have not actually spent any points here. But I am going to go a intelligence route. So I'm going to go ahead and raise my intelligence here. I'm also going to put in some of my equip. Actually, do we want to maybe increase our focus points? Yeah, I think we want to increase our focus points. I might do some equip load as well later on, but in the early game, I'm going to go ahead and put 3 points into, or 5 points into intelligence. That gives me a +3 bonus, which means our fireball will hit for more damage whenever we cast that. I still haven't figured out what channel does, but it doesn't seem to do anything good. Whenever you get a new recipe, by the way, you need to come in here and actually use it in order to learn it. So now we have those recipes and we can make more food options with the rat meat we've been finding all over the place. Let's see if we can get it. Oh. I didn't have the backstab ready. I don't like that he did that. Oh, and he dodged our fireball. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's got to be, like, direct. There he goes. He goes down. Looks like we have some more Brothers Keepers. Here, daggers. Be fun doing a dagger run. I'm really hoping we'll find upgraded gear at some point. I'd like to really try finding an upgraded piece of gear. I've only found white stuff so far, the common stuff. But apparently there's like the normal rarity system of items you normally find in games. Can we climb up this? We can. Because I saw something on the rafters over here. I was trying to figure out how we get over to that. I don't know, it's just a couple of coins, which I'm not sad about. And then we can come over here and we can actually... Oh no, we dropped down. I didn't mean to drop down. I've dropped down too far. Can we go in through this? Doesn't look like we can. Can we break through that? We cannot break through that. Oh well. It's actually not a bad idea that we came here. We can come here and dig through the couple of dig spots we have. Matter of fact, did I equip my shovel yet? I have not equipped my shovel yet. There you go. And we'll go ahead and mine some ore. And we'll dig some hole. So far, what I've been finding in these holes is Artemisia root, which seems to be a ingredient, as well as, I guess, clay. And it's the first time I've actually seen clay come up from one of those holes. And then we'll cook ourselves some more food here. Now that we have more recipes, we have more things we can make. Like mushroom and meat curry. There you go. Alright, and then, okay, so I'm back where I fell originally. I fell off this left side right here. And then if you do this thing right here where you go up against a wall, you can press Y to sidle, which is a word I'm not familiar with. Never actually heard of this word. You then shimmy across the wall right here. And cross ledges that way. We got a small vial of focus. Obviously that's good for spell casting. And we can also go back to our friend over here and get him to repair our items. It doesn't seem like your items go through a whole bunch of durability, but at the same time, it does seem as though you do want to be careful, because there's an area I was at earlier, and I managed to actually accidentally, I actually heard that, see, can you actually change this out? How do you do that? Okay, there we go. Whatchamacallit? I actually went to an area where there was a lot of mining and my pickaxe broke. So I wasn't able to collect all the items that I would want to collect. Is what I was really trying to say. But I got distracted by beautiful objects. Everything in this game is so freaking beautiful. Got some stamina as well as some stuff I'll never use. And can we actually, does he sell Artemisia herb? How many? Oh, I don't want to buy that many. Let's buy like, we don't need to buy that. We'll find it. We'll find it. Now that we have that crank for the door that he gave us, we can go on to the next section. We'll go ahead and over here. And we'll put that little crank in and open the gate. Alright, let's see if we can actually sneak up on this dude after I just got all those herbs from that ground area. I would really like it if I can get this guy to die. I actually managed to knock him off this roof right here with the backstab. Yeah, just like that. Like a glove. Hey, another wretched archer tunic. It is important that you should actually inspect the gear, because the gear can be slightly better than what you have on, even if it's the same thing. As you see right here, I get a +1 more armor than what I currently had. I mean, and any the bonuses add up, right? Alright, so according to this sign, it looks like we're going to go to Sacrament. We head to the right. Mariner's Keep is to the left where we came from, but the bridge is down, or bridge is up, so we need to figure out how to get it down. And the cool thing is this game seems to have a whole bunch of little hidey holes here. Normally we would ride this elevator up, but if we pull the lever on this elevator and then just let it ride up, there's another platform underneath. We'll let this right down into a little optional area here that's going to probably kick our butts. First is first, if we go this way, we'll have a chest. You can see that from this southern area the first time you come over here. But you don't want to get this chest, that's how you do it. Elevator. After that, we pass through the backside over here, and there'll be a little area where we'll climb down a ladder into some waist-deep water. Ooh, what is that? Nail-laden club. Cool. We also have the crab chowder recipe, and a kindler's broadcast. Hey, okay, those are the guys that normally throw the bombs at us. Can we actually equip that without going overweight? No, we cannot. So we do not want it. I might put some, next time we level up, I'm going to put some points into our equip load. Come over here into the water. Over here is waist deep, so we no longer have to, like, drown to get over here. Can actually climb up this. Oh. Oh. And we managed to push him into the water so hard he died. How cool is that? There's another crow-looking dude dead. I don't know what those guys are, but they remind me of some sort of thing that would be a crow. We got ourselves a two-handed claymore. Not so interested in that. But I do want to jump up here, because I do know that there's an item right at the base of this tree. And as soon as we're done with this area over here, we're going to go back up the ladder because this is a one-way trip area. Or it's not one-way trip, but there really isn't anything else over here is what I meant to say. And how we'll get out of here is we'll actually head on back down to the end of this hallway, jump down, climb up the ladder, and then we'll call the elevator when we want to go back up to the top. But before we do that, I'm actually going to go repair my items at Fillmore. Alright, back at the elevator. Let's go ahead and head up the elevator. We're going to have 2 dudes to deal with. Hopefully we can pull one on top of the elevator because the other one's an archer. And he doesn't like coming over here. Oh. Oh, he got stuck on the wall. I'm happy with that. Ooh, what is that? Holy prisoner rags. Gonna throw a fireball at that guy. There we go. See, that's why I like having a range attack. You can totally get a bow and arrow. But, I don't know, that's definitely going to be a different playstyle. I want the interesting playstyles, like the different ones, right? Because I bet a lot of people are going to be doing, like, two-handed claymore builds and all that jazz. And I just want to be over here smacking stuff people with staffs and using magic.
If you make for Sacrament, there are worse things than bandits up ahead. A great beast is loose in these glades. Father.
Alright, well, they warn us of essentially the first boss monster, from what it sounds like. So we come up here, we have... Looks like we have a climbable area. I have not been up here yet. I'm not going over there. You come over here. Well, he made me come over here, so I beat him so hard he fell off. Apple. We have an area up there. I see it. I see the chest. It doesn't look like there's any way we're going to be able to get up there. This looks like access to across there. But I'm not ready to go that way yet. Oh. I didn't mean to drop down either. Not like that. And I'm pretty confident that's the direction of the boss. I'm not ready to go over there either. See what else we can find hidden in these trees. Nope, not going that way. Maybe that's the way of the boss. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock down this bridge right here. Back to Mariner's Keep. And we're going to take this ladder into this cave over here. Now this is an optional objective from what I can tell. This is where we meet our alchemist.
I am Marcos, artist of alchemy, purveyor. If you're looking for some swill that'll turn your eyes yellow and your piss red, might I recommend a tap? Then again, you carry the markings of the serum. Care to prove yourself the genuine article and earn the right to taste my elixirs? Inside this cave, there is a rare and potent flower, Iona's bloom. Find the bloom, and if you are serum, then I can make you the horse promise that you'll see God.
Well, alright. I'm all about seeing the horse promise. I want to see this god of yours, so we're going to go ahead and come in here. And we're going to come scavenging for supplies, as well as seeing what is hidden here. Spoiler alert, something really cool. There we go. We are getting so much better at the pairing.
Screens turn to smoke.
Wander down here, and we are going to mine some of these nodes for sure, but we're not going to mine every single node here because of the fact that, honestly, there's a good chance we might break our pickaxe, and I want to save this pickaxe there's a node at the end of this area. I have no idea what it gives you because my pickaxe actually broke.
My blade's been thirsty all day.
That is very dangerous of us. That is more dangerous of him to keep up the attack. Alright, let's go ahead and eat a food. And make our way up this cliffside. I'm going to go ahead and preface climbing up this ladder. There are two incredibly hard enemies here. And, yeah. That's about all I got for that. Yeah, that guy does that. Oh, you know, it's actually two different guys than I had to deal with last time. I wonder if I can bait them up this ladder. I didn't so much bait them up the ladder as I just to kill them and fumble it hard, but I did it. They're dead, that's what counts. Ooh. He did. Alright, let's go grab those mushrooms by him, and then we'll make our way up the cliff. I'm not going to worry about that copper right there. How do we get up there? I can't... Oh, there's a drop-off right here. And yes, if you sprint while clambering on something, you will actually get up there fairly easy. We can shortcut our way to this Whisper right here, because there are two bad guys down here. And we were able just to clear out that one guy. No muss, no fuss. This guy's giving us a little bit of fuss. Oh! This might not be good. It was good. We leveled up. We're level 4. Let's go ahead and use those stat points right now. So I'm not want to do that. think I want to... Do we want to do equip load, or are we going to do... You know what? I'm going to do stamina. I would like to have more stamina. And then we'll do equip load the next time. And here we are at our objective here in this cave for the alchemist that's out there. He wanted us to interact with the Ionia bloom. And time to have the trippiest adventure of all. So this is a pretty cool event, because it seems like you just materialize fancy bridges for yourself. It makes platforming really fun. We do want to be careful though. I do want to try to find some items that I did not get earlier. And I think you can only do it with the help of this plant. Mostly, I want to make sure I take the paths that lead to the bottom, because I do believe that there's a good chance you can lock yourself out of particular items. I won't say lock, but you might have to do the whole event over again, more or less, like come up to this flower. So I want to see if we can go ahead and grab them now. This is not on a timer, from what I can tell. This is literally just you doing the event, and when you make it to a specific item, the effect goes away. If you die with this effect in place, you will have to go back to the tree where we got the effect from to begin with, and it'll basically redo itself. So here's the items that I was hoping that I could come over here and get, and this is hoping there were bridges here. There should be one more chest over here. And now we can make our way back up to the top. And I do want to come back up to the top, because, not all the way to the top, but right about here, before we climbed up the ladder to beat those two guys right there, I believe. No, I'm sorry. We want to climb up the ladder. That's what it is. At the ladder here, we take a left, and there should be another little phantasm bridge here, and it's going to circle us on this other path that we want to follow and keep going in an upward motion. You can climb up these vines right here. And there'll be a couple of baddies up here we're getting ready to fight. Ow. Oh. And we do want to be careful, there's an archer right here. But as long as we stay the course, we'll be fine. We'll just run past him for now, jump across onto these vines. And if we get lucky enough, there's two bad guys up here. Let's see if we can push them off. I don't know why my guy has trouble with that thing, but it definitely helps me kill those guys. Invisible bridges, invisible bridges. Super awesome. Oh, he fell down there. Oh, and now to his death. Thank you. Delicious experience. And this part can be a little bit tricky. I figured out the right way to do this is just a dash. Because if you don't dash, then you're going to be hit by all these range attacks from those guys who are just straight up jerks. What is our durability looking like on our pickaxe? 34. I'm good. We can go ahead and grab this. Alright, and after we pickaxe a little ore right there, you see to the north of us, there's a big dude over there. He's got a huge ass stick. He swings hard, and I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know if I can actually take him, so instead what we're going to do is we're going to choose the flight response on the fight or flight, and we're going to not worry about that guy, because, yeah, that's ridiculous. We're going to wander over here. Be super safe about it so we don't fall in this little tunnel here. And this is officially into this little zone. We no longer are tripping on balls with some random mushroom we came across, which is really good for us. Now I'm kind of interested in, there's an ore over here. I want to know what this is. I tried pickaxing this earlier, and my pickaxe actually broke trying to get through it. Oh no, my pickaxe actually broke trying to go through it again. No! That must actually, I checked my pickaxe before I did that, and it wasn't even halfway broken, so that might actually take it just a crap ton of durability to break. That's really unfortunate. We may have to do this event again in order to come up here and grab it. After we clear that ore out, we can actually jump off the backside of this cavern into a waterfall area. Totally pickaxe that because we still have a pickaxe available to us. And kick down this ladder. I don't know why this ladder is important here. There's nothing else hidden over there, as far as I know. And we'll go ahead and talk to the potion seller.
10,000 apologies. But Iona's bloom shows Sedim that which is otherwise left unspoken, and poisons anyone else who perhaps you are worthy. Here, you said you came by way of sacrament. Maybe yes, a decision. I shall enter its walls.
Alright, so it looks like that he will now offer his services to us. That's nice. We are literally like 1 XP away from leveling up. That's pretty nice. I'm going to head back on to the Fillmore guy so I can get another pickaxe. I'm not coming back in here just yet. I'll come back later, but I'd feel a lot safer if we had a pickaxe. Alright, and now that we've basically got ourselves another pickaxe repaired and also gotten some more foodstuffs, I'm going to go attempt to see what's over here in the back area of the Serum Whisper. Because it looks like there might be something breakable over there. I thought that would be the boss, but it turns out I don't think it is. This is something else entirely different than what I thought it was. Got some creatures over here. Oh, that didn't feel good. Oh, we leveled up. Nice. We were level 5. Gonna knock those guys out. Go ahead and grab their meat so we can cook it into food. What we got there? Some Artemisia herbs. What do we have up here? We have another dude looking to fight. I thought I hit parry in time for that one, but that was my mistake. Apparently I did not. But we're still good. Gonna go ahead and eat one of those. There's a thing down there, and it looks like I can beat my butt in. Oh god, there's like an entire area of things down here I wasn't aware of. Is that poison? Oh, that's poison. Alright, so he's dead. When does that poison go away? I feel like that's been lasting forever. Oh, we got some experience potions here. Let's go ahead and use these potions we have. I'm gonna go ahead and use them all. Got 150 points here. And then another 200 here. That's a level up. We got a level up just from that. Nice. We'll go ahead and use our stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and give myself another 2 points of intelligence, and I want to spend the rest on equip load. Should probably work our way into maybe like a healthier situation with our health, you know? This goes really far down. That looks like a Serum's Whisper down there. Oh, hello. There's so many little alternate paths here. It's wonderful. Is that a Serum's Whisper? It is. And this doesn't open up, but something tells me that it will eventually at some point in time under duress of a switch being pushed. How does he even see me over there? No! Damn! I'm pretty confident I broke every fiber of my bone, or my body. Just, man, we saw my side hit that side so hard. Open the chest, get a reward. Looks like we have Azure Blade. It gets a heat enchantment. That's pretty cool, so we can light that sword on fire. I do need to get down there because I want that item. This guy told the other dude about me and I don't like it. So I had my butt ceremoniously beaten by a tree, and now we're gonna go beat his ass in, hopefully. And hopefully we'll get through this guy right here, through down this poison cloud. I don't like that at all. I don't like that they can do that. No, that poison cloud sucks. Alright, because yeah, the poison clouds seem to stay forever. Can you come over here? Oh, I knocked him out of the air. Anything over here? Just some herbs. It looks like we can go into the water over here. We got a dude who likes throwing poison here. That's not great. No, please die. There we go. I don't want to be in this poison either. Alright, so we managed to survive. What's in this chest? Okay. Is there something back here? It looks like there's a chest. There's something else back here. Oh, what is that? Oh, whatever it is, we killed him almost instantly. Fireball strong. Don't know what's past this door. We can't open it yet, so that must be a area that we have not yet gotten access to. So I'm gonna head up, or actually down. What's over here? Okay, that's the shortcut we opened up. Yeah, I'm gonna do my business to, or do my best to make my way up this cliff back to where the tree was that kicked my butt. I'd like to get revenge. Alright, round 2 with this tree. Oh. He doesn't like us at all. It's okay, I don't like him much either. Okay, do not just try to run around him. That's definitely not how you do that. Oh, this is gonna be dangerous. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, that's not enough focus. There we go. Tree down. And all he's blocking with some coins. How lame. Maybe something in this hole in the ground. Come on, be something good. We got some clay. I am so sad about that. Where in the world are we at? Right here. Mariner's Keep. I don't know. Okay, we're right above the elevator. I see. Oh, okay. And if we find ourselves all the way around, we'll find that bridge and come across it. And find the vines to climb down. And dive to our doom. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do, game. Thank you. We were so close to the other Siren's Whisper, and now we're dead, and we have to go back the other way. Okay, so we're outside the Siren's Whisper, right here where the the daughter and the father are, and we're gonna head on over towards the direction of Sacra, where we heard the growls coming from, because I assume that's the boss direction, and I think we're gonna be as ready as ever to take on said boss. So let's go check that out. I'm assuming it's going to be right through that door. I'm hoping there is a village, the town, on the other side of this door. Is that a climbable ladder? It is, but not for us. I'm also going to try to throw bombs at him. Oh, wow. Oh. You gotta really pay attention to this guy. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're definitely not in a state to parry him. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna beat him, am I? I don't have my food choice open. Oh. For some reason, our potions didn't actually activate, or it equipped not even it didn't even equip our stew. It equipped our mushrooms. So we were getting regen. We weren't even getting the full health. Hey, we actually have Fillmore back over here, so that's good for us. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple of more of these. This time we'll actually try to hit them. Alright, this is round 2. Let's give this a shot. Oh. Oh, I'm so glad I got to do that. I'm hoping he'll make a dive for us. After we used a heal potion. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. He was so loud compared to everything else. Looks like we got our corpse smeared blade. It was a yellow item, so I think that's a pretty high rarity, isn't it? Yeah, it says it's a level 2 item. I guess maybe it's not as rare as I think it is. It's just, it's yellow, so. But it comes with 3 things. Attack deals 21% plague damage. Chance to regenerate health on damage dealt. Stamina increased by 11%. And it has 4 attacks. That's insane. And it requires 22 strength to equip, which is pretty nutty. We are definitely not going to be able to equip that at any point in time. Now that we've done this fight, we can go ahead and head on inside.
State your business. Quickly. Don't think just because you felled the beast, you're an ally.
It's all right, Winnick. I apologize for the lack of hospitality. My friend here has his guard up for good reason. Once the raiders took the old fortress, their bloodshed has drawn more and more of those things towards our city. How did you manage to slay that monstrosity? My god. Your serum. The Watcher's call has been answered.
Ha! I told that old coot he was wasting his time. For once, I'm glad I was wrong. Serum, in the flesh and on our island. I thought you'd be taller.
Your kind's welcome within our walls. I trust you'll find a home here. Seek the Watcher, up in the rookery. Welcome to Sacrament.
What a beautiful looking little town there. And that backdrop is just absolutely amazing. Oh, and now we get access to fast travel. Interact with primary Whisper and Sacrament to use this new ability. Okay. That's pretty nice. Well, I think that's actually going to call it in for the video here. We'll continue on with the next episode. We'll actually do some exploring around Sacrament, see what they have to offer here. But if you like the gameplay and you want to see more of No Rest for the Wicked, stay tuned. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of the game. What type of build are you going with? You guys take care, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.